Is that Vulgar mid? What the?
Oh yeah, my friend got
that's
smashed.
Okay, so, um, if you watched that VOD where I was like going over like the Shin matchup, what's like the first thing I say?
Don't trade with him.
Don't trade with him, and
Like
there's
level
a few
one.
things. Yep, don't trade with him.
Like what are things that I remember?
Yeah,
I
that's one
remember
thing. That's one of the things. What else?
the like trying to last hit with Q,
Yep,
so like hovering
very
over
important.
Q and
Yep.
um
And one more thing, that's more of like a level 1, level 2 thing.
if he takes bone plating, use your third Q to pop
That's
it. But I
yeah,
think
that's good. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was gonna say like don't push. Like don't
oh
push
oh yeah
versus
yeah
this,
yeah
because if you push versus this, it's like pushing versus a range matchup. You don't want to
yeah.
push versus a Teemo, a Kennen, like a Jace. I know a lot of people will be like, or like junglers who don't understand how it works. They'll be like, hey, don't worry, you can go top and get lane prio. You don't have to leash me. And then they're like expecting you to win, but it's like, why would I push lane? Because then you
Yeah.
get zoned out and you can't get minions. You want to go to your lane. Imagine if Nasus was pushing lane. It's like Nasus doesn't want that. Nasus wants to be under his turret.
Mm-hmm.
Nasus wants to be protected. Don't you win level 1 versus Shin with Deep Blade? No, you do not. Um, Wait, I don't know why I had this on 4x speed. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so he just wasted his Q for nothing for whatever reason, so you just get free minions here. You see, you know what, the higher rank you get, like, they'll pressure you for every melee that you go for. There you go, awesome. Fantastic. And you see, well, yeah, that was just a minion messed up. It happens. You could have maybe gone for auto attack there, but like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it's not even worth going for like a lot of those auto trades early on, because like he's just gonna heal it back up by the time like you're actually able to do anything to him. Because like
Mm-hmm.
you're pretty useless to level 3. That's why I say like don't even trade. Like because he has, yeah, and right here like he has level 2. There's no reason to even walk up.
Yeah.
It's just too risky, and so you just take a whole bunch of damage. There's half of your health you just
And that
took
ranged
because,
auto attack.
yeah, fuck the ranged auto attacks. Yeah, it's obnoxious, but you just stepping, being out there at level 1 is really bad.
Missed the minion too.
It's okay. I mean, that one's not as bad, but this is why you generally want to like try to wait for level 3 if you can. Do you shield for pussy? You have to versus Shin. I mean, you could do longsword if you're in low rank, but okay. You got this. You should be able to flash on him here. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh no, that was a free kill. Okay, let's talk about that one.
Okay. Wait, I was level 2 though. I didn't have stun.
No, you had. I think you're level 3, maybe. Oh, even if you weren't, okay, but your Q's coming back up. But like, this is your problem. Like, a lot of times I'll say start your trade off with an auto attack. So like right here, okay, you still needed to, like, you couldn't flash out of here, but
Mm-hmm.
why, if you're gonna flash on him, okay, let me ask this first. Do you think you kill him without flashing on him here? Is that what you're thinking in your head right now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's not close.
Okay.
Because his Q is gonna be up, and he's kind of far. He can slow you.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think that's your biggest mistake, is that you think you can kill him without flashing. That makes more sense to why you just queued like this. But what
Yeah.
you should have done is just flash Q. Like, you could, I don't think you could have flashed autos. I think queuing is fine first, unless you see his shield. Once you see his shield, then you know he's gonna turn back on you for the most part. But I would flash Q that, so that first Q hits, and then his thing comes, and then like you can just auto Q, and then your E's back up, and you're good. But even
Okay.
here, you're probably still fine because your E's almost back up. You get scared. He has no flash. Like, he turns on you, but like he doesn't have his W up. Like, that's it. He just has his shield coming. You just have to like knock him up, and then your shield's back up. So right here, you Q'd twice. You needed to auto attack there. You needed to auto attack
Okay.
there. Like, don't just like the Q does less damage than the auto, and after you do your third Q, like, you wouldn't have anything. Like, because you don't have your
Yeah.
stun. So like because auto doesn't kill him here. That's why you don't Q second here. You auto Q, and then you can auto, and then your shield will be up because it's about to come up, and then you do another auto.
Gotcha.
And it's about the auto attacks.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I felt the pressure of finishing the kill.
Yeah, that's why I would have flashed on him. You just needed to realize whether you needed to have to flash or not. But yeah, that should have been a kill, definitely. And what's more optimal Fiora matchup to play the long sword? I'm honestly not sure. I mean, against like a really good Fiora, I might go like D shield even. I mean, it depends on what rank you're in. Like you can go D blade in lower rank, and sometimes I still do it if I'm like masters. Depends on like how good the Fiora is. Like if I recognize their name or not. So let's see. Like right now, you're just not in a very good position. How much gold do you have? Let me see. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. Okay, your wave's in a pretty bad spot. I think you could just recall here, unless you think you could fight him. The problem is you're pretty low. He's a level up on you. He's got like an XP advantage on you. I probably would have just recalled, but right here, oh, okay. Okay, so here's something. I think you might have been able to kill him here.
It's crazy, dude. Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. Okay, so right here, the thing is, you stunned him right after he auto attacks. So the thing is, he's useless. He's useless. Like he's not going to do any damage to you until his next auto, right? So you would prefer to stun right before his auto attack. It seems small, but that window of him not being able to auto attack. The thing is, if you wait like a third of a second to stun here, because he just autoed you stunned him right after his auto attack, so your stun was kind of wasted. You stopped his movement.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you would have W'd, like right before his auto attack, you get a free auto attack. You know what I mean? Because he's stunned.
Sure.
You could auto attack him while he's stunned. You can't do that now because you also just I think he just eat away. Maybe you could, I don't remember. But
did you go back a little bit? I missed my Q3 now.
Maybe. I don't think it matters as much as, well, I mean that's like something that's just like a little mechanical mistake. It's like he was like taunting. Like that's not something I can really go over as much. Yeah, okay, so it goes over him is what happens, and like it's not something worth commenting on. Like I don't think it looked that bad. Maybe you shouldn't have been that close, but
Yeah, but my point was that if I had queued onto him, I would have been able to stun immediately after to avoid the auto
only
attack
if the taunt didn't land. You can get taunted
Oh,
while you
yeah,
knock him
true.
up, which
Okay,
probably
okay.
would have been what happened. And then
Gotcha.
that actually might have been worse for you. Like you would have landed the Q, but the thing is he would have been closer to you. He taunted too far.
Okay.
But yeah, you see how, okay, so that was the other thing, is that you you stunned right after your auto tag, which is a lot of times, is fine, and it's usually the right thing, but because he had also just autoed, you should have, like, it seems scary, you want to stun because you're so low, but if you would have waited a little bit, you would have calmed down. If you stun right before like his next auto, then you could get a free auto, and then move back a little bit, and then eat into him like aggressively. You get like because you get an extra out of it. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell you without showing you.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, I think you could have killed him there because you could have had like 3 autos there is what you could have gotten. When instead you got 1
Gotcha.
or maybe 0. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, so I mean, I would personally go with D Blade and refillable here. Oh, you got the futures market. Still don't know if I'd go in depth for it. Futures market is a little bit harder to like say what's the most optimal choice in my.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard for me to coach when it comes to that rune. So it's easier if people just go boots. I personally think it would have been better just to go Dorn's Blade and refillable, because refillable is just so strong. And because I think you just bought this health potion. Like, you want to try to not buy health potions after the first buy if you can. Or like,
Yeah.
I mean, like after you spawn, when you on your first back, you don't want to buy any health potions. All right. So this is good freeze. I think I don't know where Shin's at. Maybe just taking a long time to get back to lane. I don't think he TP'd. So I think you actually, just because like you had like better wave control, you actually are probably pretty even in CS. Maybe you're just still a little bit behind us because you died and whatnot. I did want to see something right here with the Shin. Okay, yeah. So this is like a similar thing. It didn't really matter here because he had a shield anyways. But in general, like you don't want to just EW. Like you can shield, yeah, like you can E into him, auto attack, and then if he auto attacks you, who cares? It's shielded. And then you W him. You know what I'm saying? So don't like E forward and
Okay.
then W, because
Gotcha. I
then like you're
wasted my
stunning him.
shield.
Yeah, you're wasting your shield. And it's just like it's like now
because
two of your abilities are down, and you did absolutely nothing to him.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
That should be auto attack Q on the minion. Just didn't go for the minion. Ones like these casters are at least more understandable, but can't miss the free melees. Auto Q auto Q. Is your Q not out? Why don't you do that? You gotta know how to prep the minions. You gotta.
Wait, it's frozen.
I think you're lagging.
It's freezing for me. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Are you able to see it fine now?
Yeah,
I'm saying like
maybe
right
it is
here.
me.
Like, why didn't you Q this minion?
No, I think I am
You
lagging.
even have W. I mean, are you, I mean, it's
Yeah,
frozen
that's a
right
good
now
question.
because
I don't know.
I paused it. But I mean, it's like you just like walk around this minion. Like Riven doesn't have mana. It's like
Okay.
so it's like just use your abilities to help you last at the minions. All you
Yeah.
need is Q auto here, but you just walk around it.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking.
You good? All right, right. You can Q when he goes. Okay. See what you're going for. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's the same thing, right here. That's a free auto attack, and that's like you could look for like a trade on him at least. The thing is, like, if you kind of stay there and you auto attack him, and then you stun right for a second. A lot of times they'll use their W because they think you're trying to fight him. Like, especially at this ring, if you instantly disengage, they're not going to use it. So how are you supposed to be baiting it out? You did a
Okay.
really good job baiting out his taunt. And so the thing is, the Shin's going to be scared of you because he's like, oh shit, my taunt missed, and she didn't really use anything. She used her shield just like you did. But the thing is, I think you kill him anyways. Honestly, because he used his taunt like that, it didn't even hit you. He got like no damage on you. Even if he uses his W, you pretty much just pop your ult, and then you wait for it to end. And then, like, yeah, you'll be a little bit lower than him at first because he's hitting you while you're attacking and you dodged. But like after it's over, you just one shot him. He has no flash, he has no E, so you have all this space to combo him down. Because like you have two longs, like you guys are relatively even in gold. He's like has like a little bit more value than you, but like that's what Riven's good for. If he if he stays forward. And the thing is, he kind of has to stay forward when he misses his taunt like that, because, well, because if he, I don't know, because he has to stay in his W, is the thing. So like, if he wants to like fight, he has to stay in his W, and the only way he could possibly get out is if he gets like a really good Q off and he slows you and walks away. But the thing is, like, he has no flash, he has no E. I think you could have possibly killed him there. But maybe kill him here. Like you should just auto go ahead and ult here. Okay, there you go. Don't. Okay. Um. I don't have like the best way to explain why you shouldn't do this, but like, don't Q him when he's like sitting in his W. Like that does damage to him. But I honestly think it's better to just wait until his W ends and then just auto and then start the Q.
Okay.
I don't really know why it's
It's not
better. I can just
efficient.
tell you it is. I mean, technically you're still hitting him with like your Q damage and the W. And so it seems fine, but maybe it's because you're only going to get one Q here and the auto attack is going to give you one extra like two extra conquer stacks so that your Q does more damage. I think it's also because your Q, like, you want to use the mobility to chase him down to the turret if he goes over there.
Oh, okay.
The Q is just like so like kind of little damage. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to explain why, but I just know it's better.
Okay.
So if he's doing that, like, it's okay if you're doing like a short trade in lane. If he taunts and you're eating away, kind of like what happened up there. But say you guys are like level 4, then by all means, if he uses um his W, his dodge, then just stun and third Q and then walk away, right? But when you have like your ult like this and he like you think you can kill him, just wait till it ends. Start it off with an auto attack. Sometimes you auto attack 3 times before you start your Q. It's for those conqueror
Mhm.
stacks.
Yeah.
You have to be able to judge how many times you're gonna need auto attack because you're only gonna get one Q, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't have a lot of CDR, so you're not spamming your abilities. You get one Q combo, you might as well get some conqueror stacks before you unleash it, right? So
Okay.
that's the point that I was trying to make. It's kind of hard to really show you, but it's still gonna work here. I can tell. This still doesn't look that clean. In general, I mean, like I said, it's not gonna matter here. So this all is fine right here. Don't immediately stun. Like, you can go for an auto attack before you W there, and
Gotcha.
then ult. Don't
Okay.
third Q W unless there's like a very specific reason why. There are many times where you do that, but like for here, you can just get a free stun.
Okay. It's a bad habit of mine.
Yeah, and the reason why is because you see how you auto attack here before you ult. Like right here, if he has flash up, he could flash here. He could flash here.
Okay.
The Thresh Lantern appears out of nowhere. Maybe he gets out.
Okay.
There's just reasons why you want him to be CC during his ult, and so you might as well get that damage before where you can kill him with your ult by getting that auto attacking before the stun. So instead of third Q W ult auto, do third Q auto W ult.
Okay.
Good gank by Shaco. Let's see. So, I mean, here for you, I would just go Warhammer, Longsword, Refillable. And then you could probably get a controller too. I think that's what you end up doing here. I think I saw in Europia GG. I mean, you could have get Doran's Blade too if you wanted to go Blade Refillable. Either's
Man,
fine.
I'm spending way too much time in base.
Yeah, you are. This is way too much time. So you have 2 options. Okay,
Oh,
well,
I was
Kindle
waiting for
Gem.
Kindle Gem. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, not worth it.
Not worth?
No,
Okay.
like refillable is just so it's so strong. I mean, you really should have gotten your first back when you could have, but like even second back is good, and you're not losing 50 gold. I mean, I guess you get it's not bad, I suppose. Like the Kindle Gem is kind of nice here, but I don't think it's better than we could have done. But that's also because I don't really play the futures market.
Shouldn't have
Oh,
third
okay.
the wave.
Well, even then you could have made up for it. So like it probably would have been okay. And I'll tell you what you should have done. So like, well, right there, you also should have just auto that minion. If you can auto the minion, just auto it a lot of times. You know, and I mean, he's not gonna bully you. Look how far away he is. So
Hmm.
like, just auto attack it. A lot of it's because you just get lifesteal. You know, and that's why like I don't recommend the bloodline as much to like lower rank people, because like they just don't auto attack as much. They just spam abilities. But like the abilities are what help you last hit. So yeah, this wasn't the greatest. So what you do to make up for it, you know, if in case like what if that was a cannon, it was the only way you could have gotten it. So
Hmm.
what you do is you try to determine, you try to be ready for any minion the turret is going to hit, and then what do you do? Well, you have any idea? Like you see, let's say this minion, like there's a good chance the turret aggro's this minion right next to you.
Uh-huh.
If it goes to aggro, what do you do?
Do I stand right next to it and wait for like auto at the very last second, or?
Well, no, because your auto won't. Your auto, just your auto won't kill it, and the turret will kill it. What you need to do is, you should have your stun here. Yeah, you have your stun here.
Oh, okay.
So you,
Auto stun.
yes, auto stun, but also try to stand like in between these. You can hit all four of these with your stun, and
Oh,
then
gotcha,
look,
gotcha.
they're
Okay.
all one hit once you do
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
So if it hits this minion, you get to auto W this, and then every time the turret goes to hit a minion, you auto attack it right before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so it did this minion. So yeah, you lose a minion. But look, don't run away from it. Use your W. So you can do the same. You stay in the same spot right here. If it goes to hit this minion, you auto the W this one, and then you just
Get
auto attack
both.
this one.
Yep.
You get all three. But instead, it's like you just go for that minion, and then do you even get this one? Well, you do it on that one, but you could have gotten like 3 or 4 of those. Like learning how to last under tower is really important, because and that's like one of the big things that's about the range matchups, why a lot of people struggle with this, because they get so behind in gold, when really like, yeah, you'll be behind in gold because they're a bully, but if you can learn how to like stay even in gold, like just learn how to last under tower, then you know you're basically winning, because you know they're not supposed to win at all stages. Okay, made a couple problems here. Oh god.
Uh,
Sorry, you didn't hear that. I was Alright,
yeah.
so let's talk about the easier part
So right
first.
here, I'm panicking.
Hey, I'm gonna go back here. Let's look at the beginning first, and then we'll get there. Alright, so right here, oh, what do you have? Alright, you have nothing. But Kane is useless early, and you have CDR. Um, and he just Q's into you. Yeah, this is good for you. It's good that you try to turn this. Now, Ing here is probably pretty useless. Yeah, you shield his W damage, but because you know, like, because you should be able to know that you beat Kane here easily, that the E is better used for
Okay.
mobility to make sure
Gotcha.
he doesn't get away.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I would just immediately start auto attacking here, and then when he starts to walk away, like you start queuing him. Maybe you could immediately start queuing. Now this you're probably like, don't stun this early. Like save that stun for the end, where you have your conqueror stacks up, and because like wait until they're trying to run away. And, like when they're full health, they're usually not trying to run away. Like because like they don't he obviously doesn't understand that you're stronger than him, a
Mhm.
lot stronger. Like, and that's because you're in silver. But you can capitalize on this mistake by smacking the fuck out of him, and then when he's like, "Oh shit, Riven's OP, wah wah," then you stun him, right?
Yeah.
And so like right here is where you want to stun, because he's
Yes. Yeah.
trying to leave. Because look,
Mhm.
now look, you're just trying to chase him, and this is where your E would be useful. Like right,
Yeah.
you just kill him right here easily.
Yep.
So now you're like, ah, oh, shit, what do I do? You're waiting for your abilities to come back up when you shouldn't even have gotten to this point. No, lots of problems here.
I
Uh,
could have just third queued over the wall.
you could have. I think the flash was honestly okay, because you would have had a triple Q, and he probably would have been over here, and then you have no more mobility left. So I think the flash is fine, depending on like you didn't have a trinket up. If you had a trinket up and you could have vision of him, then I think three queuing is fine, because you can go this way, and if he turns around, you can also turn around. But with no
Hmm.
vision, I think flash is fine, since while he has no abilities up. But don't stun before you see him. unless you know he's not there. But you
Yeah.
I think you sat at this wall for a second, right? I think that's the problem. Is like you like couldn't figure out what you wanted to do. Like sure, you're like this is it is the problem is that you waited too long to do it. You didn't even need. I mean, you didn't even need ult either. You could have just flash double casted. E auto
Yeah.
WQ kills him. If he might survive with 2 health, and you just kill him again immediately, and he can't ult you. Still works, but like I said, if you
Ugly.
played that better, you wouldn't have needed the flash or ult. And
Yeah.
now Shin, I believe, will be close to getting back to lane. And oh no, I guess you get this in the turret. So, all right, so this is fine here. The problem is you also need to keep in mind this plate. This sometimes if you have a lot of minions and the plate's low, if you leave and the plate dies to the minions, you get none of the gold. And that
Mhm.
happens the most with the first plate because the first plate is so squishy. But 160 gold's a lot. Now I want to know what you're doing here. Like you probably should just recalled there. Well, I guess you didn't have too much gold. Um, I guess roaming here is fine. Yep, well, there's not. I think that's fair.
I think I actually steal it.
Yeah, that's fine.
God, I hate watching myself play.
Oh, you're good, dude. Trying to make you better. I mean, hopefully it's useful, you know. That's why
No,
it's good
for
to watch
sure.
the replays. Okay, so this is the example. Like this is what I talk about. He used his taunt and he wasted his W. That's when okay, you don't have your ult up. I still would personally go in and deal some damage to him here. Like he has nothing, and maybe you can stall it long enough to where like your ult comes back up. Cause I mean his E and W are long cooldown. Like his taunt would be back up, but his W wouldn't. I at least probably would have tried to do some damage to him. Cause he has nothing here. Okay, and that is what you kind of do here. Now you're still doing the thing where you're not auto attacking between your third Q and your W.
Yeah.
He's knocked up. You can if you have to do the fast Q of course. You can't just hold. I mean you're fast queuing, right? Are you fine at that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
It's not the best, but
Okay. Well, you have to be doing the fast Q on that third Q if you don't want to get auto attacked before you get the stun off.
okay.
So make sure you know you're clicking off. You're doing the fast Q. But if you are doing that, you get a free auto attack. So right here, this is where you should be staggering. Like your ult's back up. This is where you should be staggering your Q and being ready to fight him. You know, if he taunts to you again, that's a free kill. And you got Shaco here. I personally wouldn't even want to gank here because I wouldn't want to scare the Shin off. Don't push this. This is a really bad push because you want to
Yeah, that
freeze
was
it
just really
where
stupid.
because you're stronger than him. If you are gonna push it all the way. Don't half-ass it like you're doing it right now. It's
Mhm.
like, so what are you doing now? Are you trying to stack a wave? I mean, it's not like you can dive them. Stacking a wave, I guess, is okay. I mean, you could
I
do
guess
it either way.
I was
I,
indecisive in that moment.
yeah, but
And I was hoping I could save it with that cannon, but you know.
yeah, well, at least like at this point, you have to realize your ways, you know, not in a good position. It's like maybe just go ahead and recall. Okay, so right here, like you also could have turned that. Like you can turn that. Like you're low because he used all of his abilities, and like you were taunted the whole time, so you couldn't use any of yours. But that's like the point. Like all you have to do is just start your ult, and then once his thing ends, you just unleash everything into him.
Damn. Wow.
Like
Okay.
that's how the Shin matchup works. The thing in low rank, that Riven, not you know it works both ways for Riven. It's in good ways and bad ways. The problem is that people don't know how to return damage correctly.
Yeah.
So the way it works bad for you is that you don't understand. Like you see, Shin scares you, and then you leave. Like you don't understand you can turn that. Now the way it works in Riven's favor a lot of times is because in ranged matchups. Remember I was talking about Riven EQing into the ranged matchups? Like Riven
Mhm.
could EQ, auto Q, do her full Q combo, and then stun, and then the ranged champions would back off. But like, why? She has nothing left. She has no cooldown. She has to walk back to her turret. And that's why you can't do that into a ranged matchup, because they'll kill you after your abilities are on cooldown. Which is why you have to initiate with them with a staggered third Q, so that your abilities are up if they try to turn it on you. That's the whole point.
Gotcha.
So you have to keep in mind that once they use everything, they have nothing left. So of course, if they use everything, it's going to look like you're losing this. You know, but that's where it's like, okay, just turn it with your ult. Then he'd probably just flash away, but then you trade ult for flash. That's okay. I mean, at least you didn't flash away, and you're about to go get a phage.
Do I TP back?
No, because you have a cannon wave. Like all he has is a little bombing cinder. You get back. Like, let's see how many minions you lose. Like, 1 minion. I think you lose 1 minion. 1 melee. Oh, okay, maybe 2 melees. Okay, you lost 2 melees.
Ah,
Okay.
I did it again.
Well, actually, no. I mean, you did something that was fine. I think. I can look again. I'm pretty sure you went to the last hit the cannon. Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, that's what I would have done.
Okay.
I don't know if you meant to do that, but I mean, yeah, you get less damage on Shin, but you got the cannon minion, which is worth it.
I guess I should. It would have been like the best scenario is that I stun Shen as well, because he has Cinder Hold or Cinder, Bounty Cinder, and he would have taken
yeah,
maybe an extra turret shot.
maybe. I mean, I could go back and see if it would have worked. But
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I want to continue
so
watching what I do.
Here, I feel like, yeah, this is where you just pop your ult. Oh, but don't. But look, look how far away you are from him now. Why?
So cringe.
And now look, you have to do 2 Qs that don't even hit him, and you don't get the auto attack in between them because you're so far away. Actually, you do. Yeah, it takes you 3 Qs just to get to him. And now look, what are you doing now? You're just auto attack, auto attack, auto attack.
That dude, oh my god.
Yeah, you see. So that's the problem here.
How sad is that?
I mean, look, everybody does these things.
Damn, I don't know if it's worth to watch anymore, because at this point I'm just tilted out of my mind.
No, you're good, because I mean, I think you still end up getting ahead. And I kind of want to look at like some macro things too. Like we're talking about like wave management, because this is what we're gonna, talk about when we get into the next the live game. Yeah, cannon minion, you don't risk it. If it looks close, just use all your abilities on it if you have to. That's another time you didn't auto attack. But I mean, I'm only telling you this now. You know this for next game. And see, like right there, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Like you followed him, but you only followed him because you had Shaco there, and so you didn't like mentally. You like, okay, I'm good here. That should be a double. Okay, you can turn this.
I got hit by the W.
I think your E was up though.
I should have saved Flash. Crazy.
Yeah, the flash is pretty good too, but even then your E's up here. So you just E this way, and you get a auto attacker or something.
Yeah. Unlucky. You can see how quickly my performance degrades over time.
We'll see. Alright, now you're in a... You got your Cleaver versus Shin. That's good. Still pretty behind in farm. You got 3 kills. I mean, you beat Shin still at this point. If you're utilizing what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe fast forward. Man, Chica's... Okay, so let's watch this. I only want... Oh wait, did he die there? So let's see if he died. Like, almost, he died at shake up box? Oh, wow, no, he didn't. Okay, so we imagine there's probably something he could have done there a little bit differently. Let's see what you got up. Okay, so I would immediately W here. But don't
Walk
worry
in
about
front of
auto
him.
attacking here. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, exactly. Just walk down. You can't do any damage here. I mean, Q him, but like I said, you don't want to. So just walk down. And so, okay, so it was the Q. So you Q'd and look. Okay, you did get an auto attack there. Yep. Okay, yeah, I think it was because like you like used that Q on his thing when like yeah, you should have. I think you could have gotten like an extra auto if you didn't. All right. Oh rip! So they killed both of you because Shin also gets an ult because he's not dead. All right. So explore a little bit more. Okay, so like one of the signs. Well, I don't think there's much more. You only die one more time. I
No.
think the game ends. I guess you guys like surrender or something. So that was pretty much just a lane phase game, and it just ended after that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you in a live game.
Gotcha.